Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pashvika, the channel where we talk a lot about nature lover, eco-friendly, everything about it. Well, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the eco-friendly fashion, because when it comes to nature lover, zero waste, or reducing the waste as much as you can and having a sustainable lifestyle, is there is a sustainable fashion or not? Yeah, there is this term very popular about the eco-friendly fashion, about the sustainable fashion. So we're going to be talking about what the eco-friendly or sustainable fashion look like and what are the different ways in which you can incorporate if you also want to be going with the fashion but also you want to be eco-friendly. So I'm going to be sharing some tips in some of the ways. So let's dive in. Before go park, consider clicking like button, guys. I do really appreciate that. If you want more such video, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. Whenever I'm gonna upload new videos, you're gonna get notified about it. Also, you can very well grab the sustainability planner, zero waste planner, eco-friendly planner. It's a PDF download. You can download it, you can fill it on your screen. It will going to help you keep track of your sustainability lifestyle, your eco-friendly lifestyle. The link is in description box below. You can visit our website, thenaturelover.info. All the links are in description box below. Obviously, fashion has a various different definition. It's quite subjective, just like an art. For you, the fashion would be different. For me, the fashion is different. For everyone, the fashion is different. Okay, we have the different terms, we have the different way to express it, because it's all about being creative with whatever you're wearing and whatever and how you want to represent to the world and how you want to feel. So fashion words varies a lot. It's quite subjective. Okay, no one is right or no one is wrong. It's just the way it is. Whatever feels comfortable for you, you can obviously go with that. But let's talk about the sustainable fashion. According to Wikipedia, it's also called as the eco fashion. Is a term describing products, processes, activities, and actors aiming to achieve a carbon neutral fashion industry built on equality, social justice, animal welfare, and ecological integrity. Sustainable fashion concerns more than addressing fashion textiles or products. It addresses the entire process in which clothing is produced, consumed, disposed, who, what, how, when, where, and expected useful life of a product before entering the landfill. So it's not just about what type of clothes you're wearing, or do you have more than 10 clothes or 20 clothes, not the quantity or something like that. It's about starting from the cloth which you are making till the process of actually getting the complete dress, whatever you are going. And also after that, once you wear that dress again and again, what are you going to do after that? So it's an entire process. It's kind of like an entire journey. It's not just restricted about making a cotton clothes or something like that. It's also about the entire process and what you exactly do and how you actually recycle, if you are going for recycle, upcycle, or going to the landfills, and also reducing the carbon footprint, which is the most important part in the eco-friendly lifestyle and the sustainable lifestyle. The sustainable movement looks to combat the large carbon footprint that fast fashion has created by reducing the environmental impact of fashion, such as air pollution, water pollution, and overall climate change. So that's about the eco-friendly fashion or sustainable fashion, the basic definition, or in terms of broad spectrum, what it does look like. Now you would be thinking, what are the different types of the sustainable fashion? Now there could be a lot of the different forms, a lot of the different tips, like a lot of the different tips or steps or ways, okay, because fashion is purely subjective. For some people it would be different, for other people it would be different, okay. Whichever and whatever feels comfortable for you, you can approach it. But let's me cover the few of the sustainable fashion form, or the types, or the ways, whatever you call it. So the first one I have for you is about the sustainable fashion of biodegradable fashion. Like you are using the recyclable or biodegradable products, and also the process that look like in manufacturing of that particular dress or product or cloth is also the biodegradable, is also sustainable and more eco-friendly, or very much 100% eco-friendly. So that is the first, the biodegradable or recyclable biodegradable. The second is new luxury produced in small scales. Now this one is something that specifically for the people who are looking for the antique clothing or antique jewelries or antique stuffs to actually have in their wardrobe or to wear it because they like it and they want to look more unique. So if someone is creating a handmade stuff, like the designer are creating the handmade clothes, or the artisan is creating the handmade jewelry, so in that case the luxuries is actually being produced in the small scale depending on the demand, like how big and how small the demand is, and then they're producing like on a custom or a handmade. One is the second hand and vintage. That's also the great, because if someone is actually purchased it once, okay, and they have used it, now it's kind of like can be preserved for other people or can be given to someone who can wear it. So it can be actually be second hand and vintage, but it's pre-loved, compassionately shared and affordable as well. And plus, you are not actually creating the waste, so that's also the quite lucrative for the eco-friendly or zero waste or terms or sustainable lifestyle. Plus someone can use it in a good shape, in a good ways, and actually being shared with the other people in a compassionate way. And fourth is the repaired, upcycle and upgraded. This one is my favorite. You are repairing your old clothes, like you're actually restitching them, or if the buttons are come out of from your clothes, you're actually sewing them, or you're actually upcycling them into something else. Like I've did a pretty much great upcycling in the past couple of the months, cycling my old shorts into the camisoles, the skirts into the shorts. So I did a pretty much of the stuff. So upcycling could be a great fun and creative DIY process. Again, you could upgrade it, you could add more touch to it, you could add some jewelry stuff to it, or you could repurpose it. Okay, there could be a lot of the ways in which you can do it. These are just the simple terms, but the creativity flows over here, and it's just unlimited, infinite. It depends on how you can be more creative. There is no rules, there is no limitations. It's just the limitation that you're putting on yourself. That's the only limitation. Simple. The last one is ethically made, free from human exploitation, but I want to cover one over here as a bonus tip. So that's ethically made, not the human exploitation like the child labor. That's the most common. One of them I truly read about, the mica is actually being excavated by the small kids, and that's not really healthy because it's a human exploitation. Children should be there to study instead of actually working in these mines where there is a deep mines in the ground, and they have to go very deep and get the mica stuff. And if you don't know, the mica is actually being mica or mica, whatever way you pronounce it, is actually being used in the makeup industry. In every of the products that you use, where you see the shimmering effect is there, it's also being used in the nail paints and all that stuff. It's actually being extracted from the land itself, and the small kids are being involved in that particular stuff. So that's actually human exploitation. Now, after getting aware of that, some of the companies shift towards the artificial mica. Okay, they are making the mica in the laboratory, or some shifted to the natural mica. Okay, but it's not been extracted by the kids. Is actually devoid of the human exploitation. So that was just one example of the human exploitation. Obviously, there are so many examples. You can do more research. The last one I'm going to cover is the ethnic clothing that is free from animal exploitation. This is so important because if you're going towards the eco-friendly, you're also going to think about the animals. They are the nature lover. They are part of the nature. They are being loved, and they need to be loved by us as well, instead of actually we exploiting them. So a lot of the stuff is there, like the wool actually being used and extracted from the sheeps and all that animals, and being used to make the clothing or the apparels and all that stuff. Another one is actually the silk. If you see, the real original silk is actually being extracted from the silkworm. It's the larvae of the baby silk, and it's actually being used to create a silk from that, and it's being used for the clothing. So these were just the two examples of the animal exploitation. So obviously it should be free from that as well, because we want to conserve the nature, but we want to also be protecting our animals, because these are also the cute babies that are here to love, that are here to enjoy the life. It's our duty to share this planet with them. Okay, this planet is not just for the human, it's for every living being, whether it's a small or a big or whatever it is. It's for every living being, and it's our duty as a human to share this particular earth and planet with them as well, in a good way, not actually exploiting them, but sharing in a good way. So these are some forms of the sustainable fashion or eco-friendly fashion. Obviously there could be a lot of them. I covered the few of them. Hopefully you find this video useful. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye guys.